Hi guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. Day one of our Tenerife tour. Flew into the South Airport of Tenerife yesterday evening, stayed at the Vinci Golf Hotel, and this morning we're at Golf del Sur for the first of 5 days of golf here. Glorious sunshine. I'm already working up a bit of a sweat and it's only 9:30 or so in the morning. So not only are we going to show you around this magnificent looking golf course as we make our way around ourselves, but we're also going to talk about something else, because one of the holes on this course is very special indeed. Right, so there's 3 loops and 9 here at Golf del Sur, and we're 6 holes in, and we're on the links 9, playing a north 9 later on, and the south, which I've heard great things about, is unfortunately not on our agenda today. But as I said at the start of this video, one of the holes on the north 9 features in a book which was written about the 500 best golf holes in the world. So very much looking forward to seeing that. And with that in mind, best golf holes in the world, I'm going to be asking the guys what their favourite hole in the world is. I'm sure, as you can all appreciate, it's probably not the easiest question to answer, just to pick one out of all the amazing places we've played, but we'll see what the guys think when we get to the 3rd hole on the north course. Right, as you can see, Golf del Sur is right beside the sea. Absolutely amazing views all around really. Mount Teidei's inland that way and the bright blue sea over there. And just heading onto the north 9 now, and you can see why the links had its name. That 9 holes was spread out over this low patch of land down towards the coast. Each 9-hole loop here measures about a 3,000 yard mark, so basically you're looking at perfect holiday golf. Absolutely suitable for all levels of golfer. It's even been quite testing for these guys as well, but pretty much anyone can come and enjoy a round of golf here. It's wide open, not too many places to lose that many golf balls. Having said that, I'm making a pretty good job of that.
Sit down a little.
It's a rank hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it should be short enough.
That might have a bit bounced.
It's bouncing straight into it, I think.
Whoa, that hit the rock. Where did that go?
No, I just think it's still in there.
It's gone in there, is it? I thought that was coming back at me.
I'll film the rest of this hole.
I really don't know what happens here. That's the road there.
Top travel tip, buy a course planner.
Yeah.
Hello Daniel.
Hello Rory.
Haven't seen you since Malaysia. You're feeling a bit ill there as well.
Well, I don't know what's happened with my travelling recently. I think this one is, I'm going to blame my sausage cooking skills on the barbecue.
Okay. Okay, and your family are currently blaming you for that as well.
They're also not feeling great.
Oh dear. Well, it's a nice day. It's 25 degrees, no wind. We're playing golf, so
Can't grumble, can you?
winning.
Cannot grumble.
Right, we've reached the third tee on the north course here at Golf del Sur, and this hole features in a book written by a guy called George Peper, or Peper, I could be pronouncing that wrong. And it features in a list of the world's 500 greatest golf holes. The word great when it comes to a golf hole, and especially a golf course, is totally subjective, but to make that sort of list, it must have something about it. So I thought I'd ask the guys, before we take this hole on, what their favourite holes in the world are. Mr. Crossfield.
17th Sawgrass.
Yeah, I did have this funny suspicion you might be answering.
I mean, it's joint with others, I reckon. But the trouble with all the beauty with that hole, in a world where par threes are getting longer and longer and longer,
yep,
to play a hole that's a wedge distance, and you are the most nervous you'll be with a wedge when you stand on that tee, because it is do or die. Just brings a brilliant element to that hole of fantasticness. And then you've also got the fact that you've seen it from 100, you know, you've seen it so many years,
so
watching
familiar.
it growing up. You get there and you know the hole and you've never stood on that tee, and that to me is just special. It's a real like tick box hole to play.
And you nearly made a 2 on there, didn't you?
Oh, don't lip to it.
And that brings into question another thing that we always talk about when we go away. When we play off these back tees, we quite often get to par 3 and it's 200, 210, 220. All the best par 3s in the hole, in my opinion,
the world
are all
short
short ones,
yeah,
aren't
I
they?
agree. It's a shame. I understand why they've gone that way in tournament courses. They want their yardage up. They want the bigger players hitting, you know, 7, 6 irons in, which makes it has to be 215, 210. Which so we should get off forward tees, all that kind of thing. But it is a shame. It's like they've run out of imagination. Just go and play the postage stamp and redesign.
Yeah. Same question, Mr. Lockey.
I'm going to go with a par 3 as well.
All right.
Portugal.
Okay.
Valdalobo Royal 16.
Well, I like this answer because you obviously haven't factored in the score you made on the hole.
I did 4 putt.
Is that a good run? That's gonna go. Oh, down the slope, slippery slipper. Let's see the 2 putt. This is slippery, slippery, slippery.
Oh.
He pushed it. We better see that one as well. Come on, there's people waiting. We better see that one as well.
I'm going to take my time. Oh, that was horrendous. And pulled down.
There it is.
But, like, isn't it one of the most pictured holes as well?
Yeah, something like the most photographed hole in Europe or something like that.
Like, that's got to be another good reason to call it one of the greatest holes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. Ocean, tricky tee shot, bit longer than obviously Mark's answer at Sawgrass, but just a lovely hole, beautiful.
Yeah. Very nice place to hit a lot of putts.
Yeah. Yes.
And preceding the tee shot heard around the world.
Yeah, Marjorie Soup Bowl. Bloody hard course that.
Valdalobo, lovely. So, as you can see, it's a pretty spectacular looking gorge and wasteland running up the entire right hand side of this hole, and unfortunately I think I may have just put my tee shot in there. Let's get up and have a look, but I can also see hazard stakes, I think, so I should be able to drop one up there rather than reloading on the tee and pumping another ball into the chasm.
I need to come up and see this.
So, as you can see, another feature of this golf course is the black volcanic sand, which, when compared to this lush green fairway and rough, looks very spectacular, it has to be said. I think I'm going to throw something out here now. I've played one golf course in Tenerife before when I was a nipper, and I was about 12 years old. And the more we make our way around this golf course, the more I think it could actually well be here. Might have to put a phone call into Neil Dad, YGT Derek, see if I can get that confirmation, but it is starting to become very familiar, this course, and as you can see here, just about made the carry over the chasm off the tee. Oh, trees being hit in the background. Anyone want to put a comment down below on who you think that might have been? But wow, yeah, looking back down towards the tee here, this hole is very, very striking. So tee over in this corner up here, and then just look at the view. Fantastic. Ooh, another shot not out to the right required here though. So not only is this hole beautiful, it's also very testing as well. Not really sure where we're going here, but we'll figure it out. Not the purest of strikes, but exactly where I was aiming it, so a very decent result. Should have a clear view to the green for my third. It's a shot hole, so currently, after getting away with that one, the boys will have to play some pretty good golf to stop me from nicking this one, but this is me we're talking about. I could put my third into the hazard quite comfortably. More volcanic sand action for Mr. Crossfield.
Oh, deflection! Look at that ball! See that?
Yeah. Right, so now that we're up towards the green, about 120 yards out, coach still fiddling around on the left. But again, the gorge has just gone the whole way up, and the green is actually perched out on a little bit. So if you go long on the green, you're in the gorge, go right at the green, you're in the gorge. You can totally see why this is such a highly rated hole, because it goes left to right off the tee, right to left back around here, and then just a straight shot down towards the green, which as I said is perched in quite a spectacular location. Let's see if I can get a wedge close.
We'll be high speeding this one. We've got the mountain in the back. I'm expecting this one not to clear the mountain, right?
Right, Rory, what have you got?
Got 115.
115.
Got 50.
Oh, not much deep flinch there, right?
Just a massive pull up with a wedge.
Oh,
Yeah.
crikey, yeah.
Good hands in play.
Got above the mountain though.
Yeah, in the air was nice. Yeah, I like that.
That's what's known as a don't go right shot, Dan.
That was a don't go right shot.
I do apologise, partner.
Flip it left.
Well, it's fair to say that that is a pretty spectacular hole. As I said on the tee, I think labelling things like the greatest in the world is obviously completely subjective, so we're just offering our opinions here of some of the best holes we've played throughout the world. And I had a really good think about this while I planned for this video. So many spectacular ones come to mind, plenty at Tralee. Lots of actually mine would be holes I played on Seaside Links courses, so the European club springs to mind. The 12th hole there is absolutely fantastic. But if someone put a gun to my head and I had to pick just one, I think I would go for the newly remodeled 10th on the Ailsa course at Turnberry. Obviously that shot of the tee shot with the lighthouse is very, very iconic. People have been taking that photo for years. But before they remodeled the course, it always felt like they weren't really maximising that patch of land. However, since the changes have been made to the Ailsa course, that stretch of 3 or 4 holes is just unbelievable, and I think the par 5 10th is my favourite of the bunch. Long sweeping par 5 around the corner with the green that's been pushed further out and back towards the ocean, making it much more dramatic and obviously a lot more risk reward as well. Yeah, I think if someone asked, I would have to go with the 10th at Turnberry. Still having a bit of a think there, Dan?
The problem is, Rory, you've taken me to so many amazing places.
Well,
It's really hard for me to pick one.
do you know what I thought you were going to talk about?
Yeah.
Because we obviously give you jip all the time about not having been at the Masters, and the fact that you played Pebble Beach recently and I've not played there. I thought you were going to go straight in there and give me a bit of a needle about that.
But Pebble was amazing as a whole.
Okay, so total experience.
So total experience. All
Yeah.
the holes were.
That's what I thought you'd say.
Pebble, you like that one? Yeah, 18th at Pebble is absolutely amazing. But do you know the par 3 at Turnberry?
Which
We're
one?
going to Turnberry with the lighthouse par 3. Is it the 10th?
Oh, that's the 9th.
9th.
With, over the bay when you play it off that
You
back
hit it
tee.
off the back tee. Like, does it get any better than that? I mean, we were lucky on the day that we went. It was
We've had
beautiful.
outrageous weather, haven't we?
Yeah, but that is just as good as anything in the world.
And then of course you can sit down and have a beer just after you've putted out on that hole as well, in the
Of course you can,
lighthouse,
on the lighthouse
halfway
there.
house.
Beautiful, yeah.
That's a good shout, and quite interesting now. Turnberry is coming in big on this video because I went to the 10th, the
did
next
you?
hole. Yeah, the sweeping par 5 around the
Yeah,
bay.
I didn't finish that hole though.
Oh, well.
I don't remember it.
That's very, that's very easy to do, I would argue, not finishing that hole.
Yeah. I don't think I've done anything wrong here. I've just parked it.
Another stunning hole here at Golf del Sur. The view, I think it's fair to say, is fairly tasty from up here.
And a nice welcome breeze up here.
Oh
Rory.
yes, 30 degrees as we speak, but not feeling it. Like you say, the breeze is very nice. Good little holiday course, this, isn't it?
I've had another hole.
Have you?
Yeah.
Tell me, tell everyone.
It's when we played in Malaysia,
Okay.
and we played Vijay Singh design.
Yep, that was the Lakes one, wasn't it?
The Lakes one. Was it the Lakes one?
That was the middle course, wasn't it?
The Vijay Singh one. Anyway, it was the 10th hole. The par 5 up the hill, creek running up the right, bunkers up the left, and then hitting up onto a top green.
Yep, I remember that.
I thought that was just as good as it gets.
That entire course was fantastic.
It was beautiful,
actually,
but that particular hole, you had to hit a good drive.
Yeah.
And then you had to get yourself in a position, and then it's always hard coming up to onto a green from down below.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a lot of that going on around there, but it was just that deserves a properly good shout out, because that was as good as anything.
I do feel a little bit guilty because you know what I did on that hole? I'm pretty sure if my memory serves.
You went in the creek.
I think I'm pretty sure I put one of Matt's cronies in there. That's utter
I think
sacrilege.
Mark and I won that hole.
Let's turn the camera, we're not talking about that anymore. Right, all done at Golf del Sur. Shame we couldn't get a chance to see the south course here, which is currently closed at the moment, because that does look very nice as we made our way past some of the holes. But just gonna have a little bit of lunch here, check out the clubhouse, and then we've got about a 20-minute drive to our hotel for this evening, where it's a little bit closer to the golf course we're playing tomorrow morning. So I'll do my recap and I'll round up the video on my thoughts about the world's greatest golf holes when we get there. And now it's time for some food. Right, just arrived at our next hotel, literally 15-minute drive from Golf del Sur, and I'm at Hotel Las Madrigueras. Almost definitely pronouncing that wrong because I'm finding it to be a bit of a tongue twister, but this place looks outrageous. 5-star hotel. Got a man down in the shape of Dan who's struggling with a bit of illness. Again, seems to be making a habit of that on the trips. Thank you very much, sir. But couldn't be a much better place to recoup and get some rest. This place is a bit outrageous, and we're just waiting for our room to be ready. I think it should be ready in 3 or 4 minutes. But as I walk through the lobby here and out to the back area where all the pools are and everything, you'll get an idea of what this place is all about. Wow. As you can see, just through the other side of these trees is Golf Las Americas, where we have a 9 o'clock tee time tomorrow morning. So got the rest of the afternoon to do a bit of editing once we can get into our room and head out this evening for a bite dinner maybe. And I might, as you just saw down there, there's this lovely looking swimming pool. Obviously can't take the camera down there because it's a bit weird pointing a camera at people lounging around the pool. But I might have to go and check it out later on this afternoon, even if it's only for a 10 or 15 minute dip, because it's 30 degrees here in Tenerife right now. The coastal wind we were enjoying this morning at the golf club has died down a little, so it's definitely feeling very hot. Poor kid. Lights out again. There we go, guys. We've tried our best there while playing a very nice golf course today to pick our favourite golf holes in the world. Dan had a few issues picking his. He listed off about 3 in the end. If we take his first answer as the one that he went for, then totally understandable that playing that 9th hole off the back tees on the new Ailsa layout is a spectacular par 3. It's actually quite interesting that the 3 guys all went with par 3s. So I want to know what you guys think are the greatest holes in golf, hopefully ones that you've played, or also whack some comments down below about some of the best holes in the world that you have high up on your bucket list. No answers from Augusta, please, because let's be honest, most of us are never going to play that golf course. So courses and holes that you think that you're going to be ticking off your list at some point in the future. But yeah, ours, including that lovely one we played at Golf del Sur today, are the 17th at Sawgrass from Mark, very understandable answer. The 16th at Lobo from Lockey. Quite surprised he actually picked that hole. It's utterly stunning and spectacular. But the boy did 4-putt after all. But, you know, shows he's not letting his ego come into the equation, which is great. And then Dan with the 9th at Turnberry, and a couple of others, including plenty of holes at Pebble Beach. Quite interesting to see that Dan couldn't pick a hole from Pebble Beach. There's so many amazing holes there, and he was talking about the total experience being one of the best he's ever had. So I think if we're all being honest, one of those holes at Pebble Beach would be Dan's one, but he was all feeling a bit flustered today. And then I've gone with the amazing par 5 10th at Turnberry. I wouldn't recommend playing it off the back tees. From where it is pretty spectacular, but you do have to have a fairly decent 250, 260-ish carry just to sneak the front edge of that fairway. So I've been very lucky to play Turnberry 2 or 3 times, and the last couple of times I've played it have been in glorious sunshine with barely any wind, so maybe that comes into my decision as well. But yeah, that's day 1 in Tenerife done. Make sure you stay tuned to the videos, subscribe to the All Golf Travel channel, and hit that little bell notification if you want to know when they're coming out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.